Hello. Hello. Let's see, oh goodness. Here we are. Whoa. Let's find some different background music. Oh. Beautiful. Different background music. Can we find lo-fi tree? Apps. How is everyone doing? There we are. Hello and welcome. I am indeed a tree. And today I'm just gonna be drawing a bit. My little hands, my little tree hands. So almost a year ago, I was streaming a handcam stream as well, and the new HoloLive English generation had just been announced, which, if you don't know, are also Vtubers. And just yesterday, they announced a new generation again. So in that stream a year ago, I ended up attempting to draw them. So I will be attempting that again today. So we're gonna see how that goes. All right. Hope everything runs smoothly. Let me know if it doesn't. I'm just gonna go ahead and start doodling these gals. Let's see, who have we got? We have this Oriana kind of character, a doll, or a robot. Celia Immergreen. We've got Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame. That sounds like a lot. Gigi Murin. Gigi. Oh, that looks like the most mascotty character. So, let's start with that one. And Rorara Panthera. A panther. Again, no trees. What's up with that? It's like they hate shrubberies. I don't even. Okay, I wonder if you will be able to see the pencil strokes. Maybe I should do it with pen right away. Let's start off with pencil, just to plot out the page, which is something I've been trying to do recently, so it's not all over the place. Let's see. Gigi Murin. So she has a little hoodie. So I printed these out, but the colors are like way off. They're a bit brighter on the thing. So let's give that a go. So, yeah, the story of these gals is that apparently they are the celestial wardens or something, or police that are coming after the previous generation that were convicted felons or something. None of these are directly obvious from any of them, and they probably won't be either. All right, let's see. Oh, goodness. Been a while since I've drawn with my tree hands. It's probably better to go big. Go big or go home. Big hoodie. Let's give her a bit of an interesting pose, since she's kind of a quirky character. Bit of a... She have giant gloves. It looks like it. So yeah, I unabashedly, I am a fan of the Hololive gals. And I mean, that's how I got into VTubing to begin with. As I am sure many have. It's a weird tail. Does anyone know what creature this is? If it is one, or is it just like a kind of alien? Well, maybe it is too bright, you can not see the pencil very well. Let me see if I can adjust that a little. See. Maybe that's better. Found the drawings I did last year as well. I can show them if anyone's interested. They're like I've worked out some of them. One of them became, I think, my most successful post on Twitter. I guess on account of being, you know, like of a popular personality character. Though at the time she wasn't yet, because she had just been announced. I'm gonna have to be real careful drawing that face. Looks incredibly derpy on the pencil. Hang on. Is it the right way around? Yeah, it is. Okay. And then hands. Like... I tried practicing drawing hands a little. they are still something I struggle with a lot. Hands are really complicated, man. What can one say? Except you're welcome. Alright, that's good enough for that one for now. Let's pick another one. Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame. He looks a bit like Iris, I feel like. Or is it? Maybe that's just me. I don't know. But like, it's probably very different. But I got Iris vibes from her, you know? Mm. Long legs. Saw a post that was like, Queen Elizabeth hath returned. Something like that. Like, of famous graduations. Yeah, Queen Elizabeth died in, what was it, 2020? And now she's back. These are not supposed to be comprehensive sketches. Kind of plotting out where they're gonna be. Roughly. Oh my goodness. Yes, the massive pedonkas. Massive badunkas. I should stop saying that. Personality wise, I'm thinking, I don't know, because she's such a like a haughty character. I don't know. Like a Nerissa, but more dominant. I don't know. To anyone just tuning in, I'm just rambling about Hololive girls. Don't know them. Gonna be very weird. And I'll gladly change the topic. Just let me know. Or elaborate in more detail. Getting much into the detail was just to get them plotted on the page. He's got a massive sword as well. Interesting. Be sure. It gently. Giant sword. next one. Let's see. Cecilia Inner Green. Immer Green. So this is like an Oriana league. It's a more common archetype, I suppose. But she's like a marionette. More like a Gwen. Is that the name? The other character from League. Oh, let me just move my tracking so it can still see me move around, hopefully. Wop. There we go. Yeah, so he is, I think, like a violinist. How do you pose with a violin? You put it to your neck. How do you sit with a violin? Your palm open. There's the neck. No. This is... Okay, let's just do a simpler pose. I don't quite know how to pull that one off. Demure little hand in front of her mouth. Oh right, she has like a headpiece. It's like a wind-up thing. Wait, what? Hey Gitta, you're now... Why am I lurking? Something went wrong there. You made me lurk! That's weird. I'll have to look into that. Right. Lurk is pork. I will let you lurk in peace as I ramble on. Right, yeah. So this new Hololive girl has a it's like a wind up doll, but it has some weird implications. But yeah, she has like a little wind up thing in her head. I think it's a cool design though. I love little design touches like that. Oh yeah, she's also all these music notes. I guess that kind of gives away that she'll... Well, that and the violin gives it away. She's a musician. Oh, hang on. Is she like... it must be like one of those music box. Like the dancing... music box... ballerinas kind of thing. You know what I mean? Interesting. Maybe I should draw that in the larger picture. She's like in a music box. And then lastly, we've got the artist, I think, Rora Panthera. I've remarked to someone, is she a fox girl? And obviously she's a panther. I'm not overly clever sometimes. She'll be over here-ish. Let's see. Got a bit of a coat, big fluffy tail. That's kind of stumpy. Sleeves. And is that a hat or is that a... just goggles? I'm guessing it's like a beret, something, or like a hairnet of some kind. All right, let's see. Oh, and she has a little body. You can't really see it well. Like, I just printed their reference, but it's not optimally sized for A4 paper. It's really small, but she has a little body in her pouch. So, on an unrelated topic to the new Hololive girls, I think the new Elden Ring is coming out either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, and I wonder if I should stream it. feel like no. Because I feel like everyone in the world is going to be streaming it. And those who aren't are probably going to be playing it. I don't want spoilers. Coming out on Friday, yeah. I do want to play it. I think last time, like when Elden Ring came out, was it 2 years ago? I think it was 2 years. Or was it 1 year ago? That must have been 2 years. I just lost like a month, completely gone, which is not uncommon for me. But yeah, I just vanished off the face of the earth while playing that. But yeah, like I feel like people like watching like the Souls streams, but mostly of games they have already been out. I feel like a game that I would want to play, I'd not watch the stream of, you know. But maybe I can put it on. But that is the if it even runs, obviously, while streaming. I wanted to stream, like I've been playing a lot of make your own game and then play with it on stream. Make my own game. You know, another thing, I saw a video recently, which was, you know, like how AI is really big and all the implications, blah, blah, blah. But there was a video that was like, you know the Turing test? The test of checking whether an AI can come across as if it's a human, that a human person talking to it would not realize it's an AI. Someone had made a game that was was a video, but it looked like a game, where they chatted with four AIs, and each of them was like a different AI. And they had to pretend to also be an AI. So all the AIs made a case for themselves on why they were AI and not human. And among them was a human who had to pretend he was an AI. It was like a reverse Turing test, which I thought was interesting, because coming back to you saying make your own game, I did make a game like that once for a game jam many years ago, where you played a little robot in a factory of tons of little robots, and one player, it was like a multiplayer game. One player was the overseer, a big like GLaDOS-like gun with an eye, and they looked around at the factory floor that was filled with these little robots, and they had to shoot the malfunctioning robot, i.e. the robot that was human. And the robot that was self-aware had to try and escape the factory. And I thought it was a really interesting game, and I think I've seen a few games like it as well, where like, yeah, you're trying to blend in with basically computer movement, and their quirks of random or semi-random movement, and someone has to suss them out. I think it's like the kind of like, I guess it's not social deduction, but it's deduction of some kind. Anyway, I just did art for that game and design. I didn't program it. Sadly, that's the limiting factor that tends to stop me from making games. I'm not a very affluent programmer. Oh yeah, Spy Party. Yeah, that game is kind of like that as well. The game you made sounds interesting. Oh, thank you. I tried to, like years after the fact, I tried to get it to run again, but it was made for a game jam, so it was really buggy. And in later versions of Unity, it just didn't work anymore. So it's a real. I wonder if we can still find a trailer of it somewhere. Although I'd have to blur the name and the names of the because it's made by 5 people and it might, I don't know, it might it might show my real tree name instead of the fake tree name. But yeah, Spy Party is similar, and there was also a VR game that was also like that, where I think it was like Panopticon or something, where one person, like it's in VR. And they look around themselves, and there's all these tiny little people walking around, and one of them is a real person, and they also have to get to, like I don't know, like the exit or the shrine or whatever. But yeah, they can hide in between places where the person can't actually see. I think it was Panopti something. That would make sense at least. Speaking of deduction games, I've been on a massive binge of watching social deduction games. You know, like the game Werewolves or Mafia or Town of Salem or Among Us and all that. So I've been watching a lot from a game called Blood on the Clock Tower, which, I mean, like, it's, if I describe it as werewolves with more roles, it does it a disservice. It's like a werewolves with a game master, and that is both an adjudicator and a player in some aspects. And their goal is basically to keep the game as even as possible, so no side like overly wins. And the weird part is that I'm absolutely atrocious at these games. I'm really bad at lying. And I get really awkward when I know other people are lying. It's so I'm terrible at playing these games. But I think it's fascinating to watch. Yeah, Blood on the Clock Tower. Maybe because this game is a game master, sort of. maybe I should play that part instead of being part of the fodder that lies and is lied to. Maybe that way I can play. I don't know. Have you guys ever played a game like that? It's usually like a thing for like parties, or well, more like nerd parties, I suppose. Yeah, like in college, people wanted to play that a lot, but they were all nerds, so that makes sense. I remember I played there was also a game called Battlestar Galactica. Is that the one? You're too much of a Chad. True. Does it mean you'd win, or you're too cool to play it? I played a game called Battlestar Galactica, which is like werewolves, but it's also as in you play you basically play against the game itself. There's like you're like on a spaceship, and everyone has roles on the spaceship, and threats come at them, and they have to work together to solve them. But one or two of the players is actually a traitor in disguise. So they're trying to sabotage stuff while the rest is trying to accomplish it. I think there's kind of games like that. Anyway, the first time I played it twice. The first time I played it, I got the card where I was the Cylon, the traitor. And the way, for some reason, like the people I played with were great at social deduction. But also, they were experienced with the game. So I was quite nervous. And then I get the cards like, you're the traitor. It's like, well, fuck. And then the round goes, and the first person to play is the person sitting next to me. And they had a role that got to draw cards from a deck. And the first card they drew was, you can check one person's loyalty card to see what they are. And they look around the table and it's like, I pick my neighbor, I pick him. And so he immediately finds out I'm a traitor, and he just says like, oh, well, that's a traitor right there. And I'm like, I can't lie. I'm terrible at it. And this is the first time playing this, and their experience. So I'm just like, no, I'm not. It's no chance, you know. So that game was just like before I even got a turn, I was found out. So awful experience with that game. And then I was convinced by some people, it's like, nah, you just had a bad time. You need to try it again. So I played it a second time, and I'm like, you know what I'll do? This is such a dumb thing. I was like, I'm just gonna not look at my card, so I don't know what my loyalty is, right? So I'm just gonna play the game normally and try and help the team. And I can't like fail at lying because I won't even know what role I am, you know? But as the cards were dealt out, I briefly, like, I picked it up and put it aside. I briefly saw the word Cylon on it, and I was like, oh, fuck. Fuck. I saw it anyway. I know I'm the traitor. Shit. But this time I wasn't found out in the first turn. So I kept playing. And halfway through the game, it's like, I can't remember exactly what happened, but like, like you can review yourself to have, like the moment you review yourself as a traitor, instead of being found out as the traitor, you get like a turn with incredible powers, to demonstrate the stabbing in the back. And I was like, I revealed myself. I flipped my card, and it said, you are not a Cylon. And I had just seen the word Cylon. So I was like, I'm not, oh fuck. I am actually on the good team. Oh, whoops. I think playing those two games is what ruined me. Playing those kinds of games so much. Just, I get incredibly flustered, what can I say? Anyway, yes, you are a Chad. Imki, sorry, that took a while to answer. Yes, you are a Chad, and you are also too good at these games. That's why you don't have to play them. Anyway, random ramble. Back to drawing these gals. If you guys are interested, I can also like I found like most of my like paper drawings of the past. Well, the ones I could find. I tried to put them all in a binder, and I tried to date them roughly so I know when I drew them. I found ones I haven't put in a binder yet, and I can go through them. I remember playing Among Us once with the guild, now thinking about it. And the guild leader was the traitor. But everyone believed him when he said it was me. Oh my god. That's also the worst. Was that when someone that is just somehow trusted or very convincing can just get everyone on side? I had like the kind of like an opposite experience with a former guild leader who played Among Us as well, and he thought it was also me, and he spent it wasn't me. I wasn't the traitor. I wasn't the thing. Is it called in Among Us? Is it called traitor? I don't even remember. Sus. But like from the first round on, he just kept going on me, and basically like people were like, I was on the opposite side of the map. He had seen me move into the opposite side of the map from the start, and right away someone was killed very close to him on the other side of the map. It was like there's no vent that way, stuff like that, and he just kept trying to pin it on me, and I was like I knew it wasn't him either, because I don't know, he also wasn't in the places the kills happened and whatever, and the way he acted, it wasn't him. But because he just kept harping on me, he was entirely blind to the fact it was someone else, who was basically laughing and admitting that it was him at the end. And he's like, nah, it's not you, I know it's him. And he just would refuse to ever, like after the game, it was like, oh, that's weird. I still think it was you. And it was like, but it's not. You can see that, right? The game has ended. You see who the traitor was. You know it's not me. Yeah, but I still think it's you. It's like, oh my god, this guy is so fucking stubborn. So that's like a guild master that's not really great at lying, but just incredibly blind and stubborn, which I guess are good traits for a guild master. I don't know. You just gotta be entirely convinced you're right at all points. That way you can never be wrong. Only you were wondering. What were you wondering? I think like the only social deduction game I've played, the last social deduction game I played was, I think, Chameleon. Why am I not in the art section of Twitch? That's a good point. Oh, I'm in chatting. Right. Yeah, I was gonna be randomly doodling, but I guess that is also art. Guess I'll move to art. Why not? Ooh. Art. I don't actually know which which one is watched more or something. I don't know. All right, let's try and ink these a little. Oh, speaking of, I guess not speaking of, just unrelated. Did you guys see the Summer Game Fest things? Because I only saw like a handful of things. I missed the Nintendo. I missed. I think the only one I saw was like Xbox. Don't know. It's also so separate. It's much easier back in the day when I got a magazine that said like everything from E3. Good old E3. Did I see anything I liked? Yeah, that's a thing. I can't actually. There was a new Perfect Dark. I never played the original Perfect Dark, but it looked interesting. It looked like a mix of I kind of got like immersive sim vibes, like Deus Ex, but then kind of mixed with like Mirror's Edge, like parkour, which seems cool. Although I do not believe for a second any of that was actual gameplay. So who knows? Who knows what it is? I can't. Very little stuck to my mind that I remember. Is there any big breakout thing or stuff that looked really interesting? Or was it? Or was it in the called Steam Next? Right, because that was also a thing that happened. I saw what's the game? Storm something. Basically StarCraft, right? It's made by the same people, or a part of the same people that made StarCraft originally. The ex-Blizzard devs, and they announced this the third faction in their game that they made. They've got this like human faction with like tanks and stuff, and then they have a faction that's demons. And they've like a horde of enemies, basically Zerg. And then the third faction, they announce as if never before seen, entirely unique. And they were these celestial, highly advanced angel people that could warp in enemies or warp in their units. And I'm like, that's just the Protoss. That's just the third faction in StarCraft. Yeah, and they kept saying like it was wholly unique, and it's like, this is a joke, right? This is. But it's gonna be free to play, and it doesn't look as interesting to me as StarCraft did. I don't know. StarCraft is kind of like a classic, you know. those races and stuff kind of became iconic, and then to make like weird variation knockoffs of them, it's like not as exciting. Thought that Stray was coming out to Switch. Oh wait, it wasn't yet. Judging by how good it looked on PC, it's like, why is this coming to Switch? Yeah, I feel like there was also the case with, was it Outer Wilds? Like it took a long time to get it to Switch, because they were like just getting it to run on. Am I saying Twitch or Switch? On the Switch, was quite difficult. So yeah, like it took like quite a large amount of effort to get it on there. But it's like, yeah. Isn't there... Did they actually announce a Switch Pro thing yet? Because I've heard talk of that for like ages. That would probably make it a lot easier to get them like to come out on stuff. Carefully drawing the booba. Gotta be careful with the booba. Oh, I hear. Oh, they're OLED. Yeah, but did it actually? It didn't actually have a. Sent you an image for Mark 1, how it looks. Let's see. Oh my god. Wasn't that like the... Oh yeah, Mortal Kombat, right? Oh my god. It's so good. Hang on. Do I still have it somewhere? Because... Okay, so when I was doing Dungeons and Dragons with one of my groups, we'd be on face cam. They wanted face cam. And I would always open... I still have it. No, did I delete it? Shame. I would always open, instead of using my face cam, I would open with a picture of... Is it what's his name? Cage? And it's even harder to type with 3 hands than just to draw with them. Oh yeah. I would always open with this picture. And every time I went AFK, I would replace my face with this picture as well. Basically, it was mostly this picture. I think I would die inside if I had to do face cam for Pathfinder. Yeah, I wasn't thrilled to do it, to be fair. I had to like clean up the forest behind me and everything. So it didn't look like I lived in squalor. And the thing is, like, you also have so many tabs open. Like we have the table top thing, and then we've got for the D&D, we had like a separate page with like the character sheet, and then we had one where there was music, and then we had the Discord open for when images were linked, and it's like all these freaking tabs, and it's like I'm looking all over. I'm not even looking at the faces of everyone. It's like, what's the point? Although sometimes I would do stuff like, you know, the Mortal Kombat face, and you could tell when someone noticed looking at the face cams, which was funny. You could suddenly see them like, wait, what? That was amusing. But yeah, that the D&D I did has kind of like ended because yeah, it was just, there were a lot of delays, and as most campaigns have, like if it doesn't run as regularly as it should, like momentum kind of dies. And I like backfilled in that campaign, like someone else had left, and it just I think everyone that kind of like had different expectations of that game, so it didn't end up working out. Like in terms of roleplay and combat and player choice and everything. Sometimes it be that way. And like our like the Pathfinder that we do, it's quite banter. Like it's let's just say it's not incredibly serious. Is that a fair assessment? I mean, there's moments where it is serious, like rough, you know, like last week. But it is mostly a lot of jokes. And the other group kind of wanted to be quite serious, and I had a hard time making that switch. Actually, I think I posted some of the pictures I drew on one of my Twitters. Let's see if I can find some. I still ended up drawing kind of bantery kind of stuff. And like this one. Like we had to cross a chasm. I mean, I guess it's not that bantery, but I hate it here. That guy. That's... I mean, I like making the funny like that. Or... I feel like maybe I should do that for the Pathfinder. Just drawing events of the session. Here, there's the murder pit. Disregard the skirt. Die trash. Like we dug a pit in the ground that we covered with a tarpaulin. What's the word? Like a sheet. And then we lured people into it and killed them. That the one with the trap you made? Yeah. So we did it twice. because it was like, yeah, it worked the first time. The GM didn't really like didn't really like us doing it the second time. Yeah, this is our lizard guy with his tattoo of amaranth. Amaranth? Amaranth. I don't know. I think I did a lot of the sketches in the book instead. I wish I could draw. I would love to draw shit that happens in Pathfinder. You can draw! Everyone can draw. And that's why I'm amaranth, right? Stick figures. Hey, stick figure. There's some really successful stick figure comics. So there's no excuse not to draw events. And hey, you can always get better the more stick figures you draw, like a level up system. If you've drawn enough stick figures, then they evolve into blob figures. Pretty cool. I'm the kind of guy that if it ain't perfect first time, I should give up, even if I want to learn. I know the feeling. I mean, yeah, like this annoying perfectionist voice that stops me from doing things. Even after I've already started. And sometimes I can shut it out, which is great. That's how I do things, when I shut it out. But then it comes back and then I stop doing things, you know? Like how I start and then stop so many projects. That's that voice stopping me from just carrying on. It's that and the ADHD, that also doesn't help. But you should just keep maybe you already do. Just keep like a pen, a paper around near your desk. And then when you're waiting for your turn, as it takes for frickin' ever in Pathfinder, as you know, you could just doodle away. That's how I ended up doing those ones in the D&D. Didn't you do an animation of in Gartic Phone? Didn't you do an animation in that? Ones you did of our group were fun and cute. Yeah, well, thank you, I should say. I wasn't sure if you. I still need to do Mr. Meat. Actually, I did draw Mr. Meat. Hang on. Do you want to see? I mean, I don't know why I got this in my mind, but I didn't want to show them unless... well, I guess I did it in your case. But after you died. After your character died. Sorry, you're still alive. But I haven't shared the. Yeah. Here's Mr. Meat. Yeah, I liked Shrok. I felt I don't know, maybe I was projecting, but Shrok was the only one who was kind to my character, to Kaguma. So I felt like there was a, there was a thing. Kaguma's gonna be devastated when she wakes up because she's fucking knocked out, right? God. I wish we had frickin' spell slots. Yeah, Kaguma, my character, he feels like everything is her fault. Did I show? Actually, I'm not sure if I showed these. This was Akami before I realized he was small. And this is an older version of Kaguma that I wasn't quite happy with. I'm not sure if I showed these. I like the utensils. Yeah, I kind of gave him like a barbecue, like he has a grill as a shield. I'm not sure if that comes across, but yeah, I like the idea is that it's like a meat grill. I don't know if it doesn't maybe work as a shield very well, but I don't know. I think I drew this one again, but actually I think I drew one previously that I liked better, but it was like smaller. I feel like I should draw things smaller. Do I have one? I also end up. Oh, here's a older Shrok as well. Ooh, I should cover random names, random notes. So this is. You might remember the picture I've shown of, or the one I did of Graphic. I end up altering them and redrawing parts a lot digitally, but I find it helps to have a just like something kind of quote unquote finished to work off of, and I color them regardless digitally. But yeah, I end up changing the lines. I made his forehead a lot smaller and I made his eyes more wonky, so it looks more depressed. Ended up, yeah, I added a cigarette, I think, yeah. Here's our badass boy. Who is called Hawk. I forgot the name. The badass boy. Yeah, like I did like trying to like look at a pose. Get a pose, but yeah. But I feel like the smaller ones end up being better, but then I want to draw them larger to get more detail in, but I feel like it detracts. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, here's the little guy. I think I shared these. I'm not familiar with this character. It's here you can see him here, or no, well, no, hang on. It's really hard to show this character for some reason. Oh, did you see this one? Monsieur Meat. Sorry, I should add crosses for the eyes and and put him further away. What else do I have? Oh yeah, this. It's my character, little floaty girl. Well, relatively tall floaty girl. Been lurking in the background. Yeah, hopefully he gets played. I mean, he's being the most helpful. Not being part of the level 1 stuff is great for your survivability, I feel like. Even though he's our tank, we could really, and he knows medicine. We really could have used him. Canonically, the most health points right now. Yeah. I think he does anyway. He's like the new class, the tank class. Oh yeah, here's. Yeah, so I like this drawing of him better. But I don't know. I feel like the smaller drawings end up being better. What was it called? Guardian. Yeah, I think it's called Guardian. It's like in the playtest class. I forgot what the other one was. Some kind of caster? Can't remember. There was 2 classes. Looks much hulkier in the smaller shoulders. Shoulder build. Yeah. Also, I found out that I looked it up. Yeah, so I wrote it in the corner. This sign means meat, so that's why I need to incorporate that in the drawing. I think this means Mister in Japanese. So yes, Mr. Meat. And this ended up being the Kami drawing, which is relatively large, but looked alright. Mr. Meat. I don't even know what his real name is of the character. To be honest, he's just Mr. Meat, isn't he? he might have a different name. Oh yeah, did I? Oh, hang on, where's the Ravik? Here. So, like, you've seen the finished Ravik, right? But on paper, I end up changing them a lot digitally. So you can see his head is a lot different here. It's a lot. He needed to look a lot more depressed. So, bless the liquefy tool, where you just smoosh stuff down and kind of liquefied your face so much you don't even know. Oh yeah, and unrelated, I just did this like warm-up drawing, which is like drawing random shapes and then trying to fill them out with characters to try and fill the page. The horse is kind of derpy, but I don't like this one either. But there's some nice ones. I like this one. And like the Conan guy here. Or this guy. This is Proop right here. This is Proop. Absolute Chad. The cute grandma. Yeah, he's selling wares. I've got what you... No, wait, that's a goblin. That's not an old lady voice. I've got what you need. Proop and Mr. Meat had a son. Exactly. Right. So I've thoroughly messed up this pile of drawings now. That's fine. I'll sort it later. Back to these anime girls. I can't draw anime to save my life. But, you know, you've got to adapt in this changing world. To be honest, I should learn to draw furries. That. How are you doing, Draz? Have you prepared your character for Elden Ring? I was surprised to see you play. I thought you were gonna wait until it came out. The DLC. I realized I forgot how large the game was. Oh, you're busy at work. I'm sorry to hear. Booted it up for half an hour to test it as played on PS5. I mean, it... I realized I should have last week. Yeah. I feel like I might have prepared a new character, but I feel like I should spend some time today, tomorrow maybe, figuring out how my current high-level character works. Because I can't freaking remember how to play and what all these freaking items are. And yeah, it's like, how does one cast spell? How do you change spells? I just need to kind of refamiliarize myself, because I feel like it's gonna be in for a rude awakening when with how hard the DLC is gonna be. Sure, you'll pick it up quick enough. Yeah, or I'll die. I mean, both of those things will happen. I won't get very far if I don't pick it up quickly enough. You have to guess the difficulty at the start of the DLC will be tame. Maybe. I have no frame of reference. I haven't played any of the other DLCs generally, like how they do it. But I wonder, you can respec as well using the larval tears or something, right? I'm not sure if I should though, because then it's like figuring out a new spec and all these items I never used. On top of figuring out how to play. Just realized she has like a female, feminine symbol on her legging. That's her knee. Have good luck with work. Said after Moog, right? Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure from what I gathered and from how the trailer started is that you go to Miquella's hand in the egg after you defeat Moog. Which is like one of the final bosses. Well, I mean it's optional, but it's like in the far area. Moonveil songs. Moonveil. Right, that was like the katana I used, right? That was pretty good. I think I used it because it was like an int. It scaled off int and I had a lot of int. I think that's why I used it. Then I found no reason to switch out of it very often. Yeah, big casters, big casting things. I can't even remember how I fought like bosses. Like, must have switched. But I mean, I wasn't always like like in a distance spamming spells or something, because it doesn't do that much damage, and you run out of mana, and it's not that effective always. So I can't quite remember how, like what. I guess it depends on each boss how I actually did them. Anyway, I guess I'll figure it out. Oh. The real question is though, I mean I asked it at the start, whether I should stream it or not. Because my instinct is no. Because everyone in the world will be streaming it. And the other half will be playing it or doesn't want to watch the stream because they don't want to be spoiled. But at the same time, I will probably be spending a lot of time in there. That part. I'd love to watch it, provided you aren't ahead of me. Yeah. Well, if you're starting from the start, then I guess you'll be a bit behind. Ooh, I can't. Did anyone else? Nuriel, did you play any of the Souls games? You can play what you want, really. True. Still want to do a stream, but it kind of like I feel like it requires. I mean, I can't guarantee if people will be watching. I want to do a stream where I draw the world from memory, which is going to be wrong. But it's not going to be as wrong as most of the memes, I feel. I think. But that's one messed up hand. See, this is the problem with drawing on paper with a pen. You don't have Ctrl Z. I mean, you've got. I need to get some white paint, but like some good white paint. I just have like correction fluid. I mean, I don't even have that. not at the moment. Oh well. You're right, I should just play what I want. That's true. It's like it's always different to stream something or to do it off stream. Wonder if I need to concentrate. I noticed it in. I don't quite have the streamer grind set of being able to keep chatting when I'm trying to focus. I just go mum, which I guess yeah. Then I feel bad about it for doing that. And then I stopped streaming for a month, or I say a month. Let's say several months. But it's cool. It doesn't matter that much. It's weird. Weird sword. Oh my god, these legs. Oh no, she looks. This foot looks like Mom's foot in Binding of Isaac. Like really thick ankles. Isaac. Binding of Isaac is such a good game. Oh, I should really play. I know you put in heaps of time. You're like a god in what's it called, Rebirth? I never played that one. But that's like proper Isaac compared to like the original release. I guess it's like not even in the same league. What is Edmund Macmillan working on now? Is he still working on Mugenics? I haven't really followed it. Alright, this one's kind of finished. I ain't got a clue. I wasn't sure, but I think I heard somewhere that... Was there an announcement from Derek Yu? From... Is it Mossmouth? The makers of Spelunky. I know they've been working on something for a long time, but... I think it's like 50 different games or something. But was there an announcement about that? I'm playing Shadow of Doubt lately. It's really fun. I do want to play that as well. It's been on my wish list for a while. I saw it was on sale, but it wasn't like a big sale. But yeah, that looks solving the murders, doing the detectiving. Is it still getting big updates? Is it getting regular updates? Because like one critique of it I heard, I haven't seen a lot of it, but one critique I heard of it is that like once you figure out a trick or something, it's like, there's always this something, then all these different simulations and all these things that can happen with like the crimes generated become really like, oh, you just do this thing. I can't remember what it was. Like looking up a particular thing or whatever. It's like, all these other things don't matter. And it's like, but it's still it's like an early access, right? So I wonder, like, is it getting like big patch updates and stuff? Because it would be a shame, because like I would desperately not want to find out that trick, because that kind of like takes the joy out of it, you know? Because yeah, you can get all these weird detective things, breaking into apartments, crawling through vents, and problem with these. I mean, I'm sure there's like an easy shorthand to be found for characters. My God, just looking at their design, it's always so Yeah, I assume it does get updates. Yeah. I've still been playing a lot of Helldivers. Kind of fallen into the, like doing the dailies, quote unquote, to get the medals to unlock the stuff in the new Warbond. Playing a lot of solo, because when I play multiplayer, it disconnects me so frequently, and then I just lose all the progress, and I can't be bothered. If I play single player, it just keeps me in. It just disconnects other people from my games. Kind of messed. But I'm hoping we get that big Illuminate update, and then we can do a bunch of multiplayer again. I do like it. Also, I've also been playing. Yeah, there's still just 2 enemies. I mean, they do update. They do like give like based on the war, the major order and stuff. They do like update, like you get new mission types, and yeah. We haven't had like a new enemy type in a while. But they did add a thing where you can get patrolling flying enemies, which is hellish. And they've been like, yeah, slowly teasing the new. I get they are the bugs, like the flying enemies. I mean, they both have the robots also have flying machines, which are more terrifying than. I did a solo mission. I think it was like difficulty extreme, which difficulty 6. It's 1 above hard, and they added it so you can get super samples in these missions as well now. It used to be that you needed to do suicide missions, which is one higher, difficulty 7. But now you can get them in 6. And I thought I'd give it a go. And I land somewhere and you get the thing where you spawn between 2 automaton air bases. So immediately like 2 or 3 airships take off. And then there was a patrol of airships as well. So I spawned in and there was 6 airships just taking fire. I got so destroyed. It was, yeah, it was rough. Quite rough. Yeah, they just chase you across the map. It's incredibly hard, and like even if you get close to the airship bases, and you put down a hell bomb to try and destroy them, because a hell bomb is the only thing that damages those factories. At least I'm not sure if they ever changed it, but they target the hell bomb, so it's like they shoot down the hell bomb. It's like, how am I supposed to get rid of him? And I think I quit out of the mission because I didn't bring any item that could destroy such a thing in the sky. So like I had nothing to deal with him, and it was single player, so it was like, there's no chance. I should add their names. Is that road? But fame. Get to see my rare cursive, my messy cursive. This used to be my writing style in general, but I felt it was so messy that I changed it. Aurora and Terra. I mean, this doesn't help. Doesn't help that my cursive is so unreadable that I label them. Doesn't help because you still can't see what it is. How's your handwriting? Can you write neatly? Did they teach you in school? I mean, they taught me in school, but degenerated into unreadableness. They tried, yeah. Was there any letters or things you had in particular struggled with? I'm not sure if I told this story before, but they once piece of paper somewhere. Yeah. I guess here. Like how I wrote the 4. So a 4, I was taught you were supposed to do like this. But I would always do like this. And they had me like draw a proper 4. Like they sent me out of the room to put it like this. Is it so wrong to draw it like this? I mean, well, I don't. Maybe just a whiny teacher. I don't know. Yeah, it looks just like a 4. Oh yeah, here you can see what I changed. So I started drawing the A's like this. Oh god. Whereas in cursive it's like this, right? I used to make a circle over my eye rather than a dot. I feel like a lot of girls do this. Are they taught separately? I don't know. Do they just put in more effort? I don't know how this came to be. Because like I don't know any guys that do that. It's so weird. Is there any other letters I do? See now. I've got this weird mix of like what are they called, like cursive and it's like block letters, like separate letters. Yeah, so they are separate, but then some of them are like together. I don't know if I still have it, but I have this. You know how I not visible at the moment, but my logo. I say logo. It's my name. So I just there's a sheet you can download where you just fill in all the boxes, like letters, how you draw them, and then you can upload that, and it turns it into a font, which is kind of what I did here with the Wiltum here. Actually, now that I look at it, oh my god! Oh my god! I did a circle instead of a dot. Oh my god! I think I specifically tried to make it a bit whimsical with this font, kind of. But it is letters I've drawn. Have I done it here? No, here I didn't do it. Here I just do a dot. So whimsical. Know a lot do a line in the middle of their 7. Oh yeah. Do I do that? I don't think I do. Hang on. Let's see. I mean, I tried to do it. I tried to do ones like this because otherwise it just sometimes it doesn't read well. It doesn't scan well when I do like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I do a line through the 7. 0. 0. I also alternate between doing an A like this, or like this, or like this. It's very confusing. What the fuck? Oh yeah. Oh. U R S U E W X Y Z. Oh my god, it's really hard. It's really hard with 3 hands. There's this stream, this Australian girl, and I don't know. She had the most bizarre writing. Like some of the letters just look like other letters. It's like, no, they're completely different, and everyone was like making fun of her. Hang on, see if I can find it. Right. She writes a Z. Like. Oh yeah, her N looks like an H, and that's not that unreasonable. Hang on. I guess and then like she wrote some stuff on paper, and then they turned her handwriting into a font, like the same way I did. But like the insane thing, the H kind of looks like an N, and they kept making fun of the way she would do that. This now almost looks like a W here. Anyway, writing is interesting. Where was I? Do you know what your new character will be yet? Or do you know what will happen? You have an idea. Is it the thing you linked? I like that one. So there's a lot of fun. Like the one I linked as well. There's a lot of like fun character concepts for D&D. I like the witch hat controlling like a puppet. I thought that was a interesting thing. I have no idea if you could actually do that, like in terms of mechanics. I guess you'd have to make a deal with the DM, but yeah, I like. It's probably a bit too zany, but there's so many cool character ideas to have. Although I guess the best thing to do is a character that you can also like reasonably play. Like I'm still trying to get into playing the. Seen some videos of people making characters from games and so for D&D and Pathfinder. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I've seen. There's a lot of them for D&D. They turn to D&D into anything. You can like, here's how to play this completely unrelated thing to D&D in D&D, and it's like, okay, but it is a fun thought exercise. And there's so much stuff in these systems that you can do quite a lot. Oh, there's like belts. Why do they always have so many belts? Belts are great. But yeah, it's tricky playing. Like part of the reason I struggled in D&D is that I couldn't get into character. So I played a halfling barbarian, and I didn't really know what to do with it. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to go like a squeaky, like, I'm so angry. Yeah. That sounds more like a goblin or gnome or something. And like it was all like they were quite serious, the group. So I wanted to make a more stoic, like a Conan character. It's like this loner, but it's a halfling, and he's quite used to people like, yeah, just underestimating him, but he's this gruff guy. But being like a gruff guy and still communicating that you're a halfling is tricky. So it's like how do you perform that? Tricky. Back when are you saying goblins can't be stoic? No, all these characters probably can be, but can I play it? That's the question, because my range is incredibly limited. So, I do envy all those people that can do accents and stuff. I wish not all my accents would devolve into a mixture of like French, Russian, and no continuity to them. That's why I did the character of Igor. I was like, if I give myself some kind of just something I can slip into, like it's not an accent, it's just something weird, which is a lisp, then and saying Martha a lot, then I'll be able to more easily get into that character, which is that was the whole reason I played Igor. try to learn them, so I work. Klotz hears me in the kitchen going, "I like one cheeseburger." Cheeseburger. Try American. Yeah. I want to hear you. Is your new character going to be a new like an American? Howdy. Nihongo Jozu. This quaint. I don't even know what the continent is called that we have our setting on. And then. Yeah, something like that. I've been doing a lot of Japanese things with the way my character says stuff and drawing the characters and everything. But I think it's supposed to be more Chinese. But well, I'm too deep in now. We're just in fantasy Japan. That's. Because I think there is a region in the continent we're on that is more Japanese inspired. It's just not the one we're in. Also, I'm constantly amazed, I guess, because you played Tokyo Ghostwire, is that it? That you know all these, what are they called? Not kami. Yokai? Is that it? Do you know all these spirits? Like, oh, that's a something. That's a kappa or. Did you know what the apron thing was? A vampire jiangshi. That's the hopping zombie, isn't it? Wasn't Jiangxi... Is it an archetype? Was it a race? I can't remember. When we did Bloodlords, I recall something about that. Yeah. Very interesting. There was this... there was this Vtuber singer from Japan who was a Jiangxi. Fingers on the wrong side. Yokai, yeah. I was worried, wasn't it a yokai, like the giant skeleton? That's like a yokai, right? The giant skeleton that doesn't have legs? Hope we don't come across that one, because that was like level 14. I can't wait till one makes a shirimi or we meet one. The one that ate our friend, yeah. What's a shirimi? They are so... They've got some wild freaking spirits. Oh, right, wasn't the potential enemy we were gonna go up against like a woman with a snake head or something? With an eye in their butt. Oh, yeah, no, I've seen those pictures. Yeah. Fascinating, interesting creatures. There's actually, speaking of role-playing systems, there's this system I forget the name of, but you play a group of detectives, and they solve crimes, but they solve the crimes of their European spirits. I think it's either a Swedish or Norse game, and it has all these like ash tree wives and trolls and stuff like that. So they basically it's the industrial era. So like steam trains and stuff and factories are coming up, and these spirits that used to hold the people of the world in their sway are kind of like losing power, and because of that they either lash out or they try to adopt, and sometimes crimes are committed either to the spirits or by the spirits, and you as a crime agency have to solve them. Something like that. That's the pitch of the system. I forget the name of the system, but I can find it out. But there's a weird folklore things are cool, and it's because it's more alien. But the Japanese and the Chinese and stuff ones, they're just so different and weird to me. You know. But yeah, Irime, yeah. Can you be that? Is that a thing you can make? I feel like our friend Kami is kind of like a horrific yokai as well, with his oversized parts. Nose, exactly. Actually, I guess Tengu is already like a thingy, right? Yokai. Why do I keep forgetting that word? They are. So, the name of my character, Kaguma. I actually it was actually based on a story. I think it's Kaguya, and it's I think it's like was it like the Princess of the Woods or something? Is that it? Probably look it up, but because I guess most of the characters would know, presumably, since they're all from the same small town. But she wasn't born in the town. Write that down. Secret lore drop. She'll be dead by next week anyway. It's fine. Actually, I was thinking of making a backup character specifically tied to my previous character in some way. I still need to figure out what. I don't know when it will come up, but level 1 is lethal, so it could be any time. Because I felt like in our previous things that like Wickle had a backstory, my first roleplay character. That I actually put some effort, or well, didn't put that much effort into it, but it evolved and it had effort in it. But later characters did have backstory, but it was completely unrelated, and it just felt like such a shame to chuck it all out. You know, I was like, well, here's this new character. Well, oh, I can't. Kaguma doesn't have as much going for her for now. Maybe she will. I mean, there's something, but just doesn't come up very often, you know, in our game. I feel that every time we've had like a session that's based around specifically a character's backstory, doesn't flow very well. It's a shame. That's like what most people associate with D&D, right? The elaborate backstories and all that. I guess it's hard to work on those things or bring them up. Especially, I remember we talked about one-on-one things. Dave Kaguma and Rafik took a walk in the woods without the rest of us. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's... that was a thing that was cool in the D&D game. Not that I did it very much, because I just felt kind of like out, like not part, like I backfilled, so I was like a sudden extra in their story, it felt like. But they had text roleplay between sessions that you could, if there was a moment where that would make sense. So like, for example, in our game, we could do it like, okay, this is what happened like we're taking a break at old man Matsuki's house, and now the game is paused, and then you do roleplay that happened there in text, which is cool. That's a way to get more character into it. And I know in our games we also had this, like, yeah, we can have this one-on-one thing, and we can rope in the GM to DM this little bit, but it didn't happen very much, which is a shame, because it is a way to get more of the character in there. Did we have a thing with Wicco and Syria? Can't remember. It's been how many years has it been since we started roleplay? Like we were a group that only knew the name, and we were a group for a while. Yeah. Yeah. We played the game for like 2 years or whatever, and in game a month has passed. So it's like a hectic month. But yeah, like in this setting, like we are all from the same village. So in theory, we all kind of like know each other. Right, let's run this last one. Probably grab the effort. No. Yeah, I think we consider learned of each other in what's it called? Age of Ashes? Epsilon. Where we had a little shopping spree. Or well, everyone went to do something else, I think, briefly. Yeah, that one's actually pretty good, because I feel like everyone was in the city, but they were doing different things, I think. I'm not sure if the others had like a session member. There was also after book 2. We also don't think he met anyone. After book 2, there was also like a one-on-one session. I'm not sure if everyone had one, but I had one that like went deeper into. Basically, it happened when Wicco was knocked out in the fight against the dragon. Sounds so D&D. Basically, he blacked out, right? As most people in the group indeed did. And then in that moment, like, Adam placed a scene that happened at the time, something he remembered at that time, which was like, it made more questions than it gave answers. And it's like, I can't wait to delve into that. Anyway, in the next book, 2 sessions later, Wicca was dead. So it's like, oh yeah. Yumi and Jess went to the capital once, girls' night out. Is that after book 1? Must have been, I guess. I can't quite. Must have been. But yeah, it did give a bit more connection. What you're saying, it's all Gobby's fault. I think that's basically what we can agree on. That's where it all went wrong. Damn, Gabby. But yeah, the kind of maybe I put too much. I want to get more in character, and I feel like the most important part for that, for some reason, is the voice. And then I'm worried about the voice, but I also want to try something new with a character, you know. Although apparently I need to make a not caster character, because I realized that 3/4 of the characters I've made are casters. So, but then I make a character and I can't quite do the voice, I feel. I don't know if I put on a good feminine voice. Probably not. Or indeed for my halfling, a good gruff halfling voice. How do you do a gruff halfling? My character Igor at least was a good, or well, easy to do. I don't know if it was good, but. Oh God, your black eyes. That's wrong. You message the group and ask maybe how well do you know each other and all. Yeah, that's a good point. I'm guessing of our group I know Kami because he's a landlord or something. The thing, like, our characters also have like a background in like a. Not sure if everyone picked one, but like a background in the town specific to the adventure path. So like my character has like her sister, adopted sister. That I should probably like flesh out some backstory for as well, because there's some parts that that I know about that character that I did not take into account when I made my character. I kind of wanted to ask, how do you take notes? I think I did, but we didn't get to the hunters I worked with. Oh, they were in the forest, I guess. How do you take notes in general for things? Do you have like a system? Like in terms of like different kinds of notes? Do you have like separate Google Docs or randomly like notes lying around, or is I don't have a system. My notes are horrible. And I feel like it's like, because I was thinking I've been working on my own roleplay setting thing, but it just doesn't progress at all because I've got all these loose ideas and they never congeal into anything because the notes are all over the place. I used to just write a lot down in a little notebook. How do you, like is that all for one thing? Like what? Say you've got notes about, I don't know, to call someone, or you follow a tutorial for something online, or there's instructions, or like you take notes for that. Do you put that in the same book, or do you have like a different header, or? But it never got used. Well, never mattered on the stuff I wrote. Oh yeah, for the roleplay. Yeah, I had a notebook with notes, but it was like one that tears, right? Like it's here. But anyway, it was like one of those could rip pages out of it, and that's where I took most of my. That was the start of the campaign. I took most of my notes in that, but it started to fall apart, and I ran out of pages, and then I made this. Specifically, like decorated it and everything. The Age of Ashes by Wickle Wobblelight. Of course, I made this roughly not long before Wickle died. So yeah. So I started copying some notes from my other book. This is where Wickle started, the old house, where Scribble was made, and Trom. Ooh, spoilers. And here's some Breach Hill Council meeting with the councillors. I tried to draw Miss Warble Bumblebresher and stuff. So I was trying to like copy notes here. It's gonna take a nosedive. Just note it all together. Just jump down a line if I had to, and I had to add something to a note I already did on say page 2. I just say in small font. It had something to do with page 2. Oh, interesting. So you like numbered pages then, I guess, right? That's smart. Fire method attack. Hell Knight zombies in the basement. Rip Sir Serethian Avenstar. Hey Scrum! How you doing? I'm just going over old roleplay notes at the moment. That are quickly becoming less detailed. But this is all still book 1 of our campaign. Here I drew Alceta's ring, but I never finished it. And I had like notes on what opened them and all that. Long time no see. No, I've been vanished off the face of the earth for a while. But I'm here now. I'm in between. Yesterday they were drilling all through the forest, and then tomorrow they're planning to drill all through the forest. So, like, let's do a cheeky stream in between. Oh, so here the notes. Kimki, here the notes suddenly jump over to when we were in the Dwarven place with the council. Council of Kovlar. Yeah, so like all these factions and their representatives and all that. How are you doing, Scrum? Are you still streaming? Have you sharpened your Jump King? I still need to. I need to continue Jump King. That's part of the. That's one of the things I want to do. When I stream again, I want to take a day, like a long ass day probably, and finish New Bay Plus. Oh, you had Delta Green notes. I think I took the Delta Green notes in the Discord channel we had for that. I think that's where I took them. There weren't many. Possibly also on a random scrap of paper somewhere. Yeah, these notes, they become a lot more messy. No more fun little drawings. And then for the new campaign, it's in a different book. Not one unique to that campaign, it's just somewhere in between the notes of something else. Anyway, yeah, I'm currently just randomly babbling and drawing these new Vtubers from Hololive English, which just were announced yesterday. With my 3 hands, think I want to draw some like cartoonier versions of them. Or maybe something else. I don't know if anyone has any ideas for stuff to draw. This would be the time to switch over. Do something. And the pic of it, page 1. Ooh, let me check. Oh, your writing isn't that bad. Your writing is pretty good. Huh. Clown boy doing cult signs. Yeah. Money wizard, shadow wizard money gang. We love casting spells. Yeah. We did, it was interesting, Delta Green, but my god, it was such a switch from, like having to just come up with everything you do. Like, my god, I felt like so, cast loose, in the deep, yeah. But it was an interesting, intriguing mystery, at least. But I still don't quite know how we should have run it. Maybe there's no such thing as this is how you should have done it. But yeah. What's the date? 19? Maybe I should mirror it. Maybe I should mirror the feed, and then I can see all the weird things I cannot see, all the art lean. Ooh. Oh man, moving things in mirror is hard. I mean, I'd clean up a lot of it digitally, I suppose. It's not that bad. But hard to get much of the detail of these characters in. You never asked who are you drawing. Yeah, so the Vtubers I follow, a lot of Hololive, this company that you might know some of them from. like Gargura and all that. They just announced a new generation of VTubers, and that's it was announced yesterday, and these are like the characters that are in there. So I figured I'd just try and draw them. I did it like last year as well, when the previous generation came out, and I did a drawing stream as well. Here we go. Point. Yeah, so this is like something I did like last year. Oh my god, 17. That's like almost exactly 1 year. Do I have the other one? Are they on the back? No. So yeah, but these are, I feel like I did them a lot more cartoony, which is more fun. Yeah, I think I did this one later, but this was one of them as well. But yeah, that was the idea. But maybe I should draw them in a more cartoony fashion. Although I've spent a lot of time on these now, so I think I should draw something else instead. Do you have like a yearly group, like renew or so? Not necessarily. I think I was surprised that this one came out so quick. But it's not like the previous generations go away, so they just keep being more. They just keep being more. And every time I'm like, I don't know if I'll like these new ones. I don't know anything about them, but then, you know, they end up making their own little memes and whatnot, and they have their own funny personalities, and they play off each other well, and it's like, I do like them. And then, yeah, then you're a fan of even more of these wacky VTubers. They call it the rabbit hole for a reason, I guess. But yeah, like the first English generation of Hololive is kind of why I got into the whole VTuber thing, as a lot of people did, because it was at the start of 2020 where, you know, suddenly people had a lot of time to watch stuff online. I mean, I already did, so there's no change for me there, but that's kind of what accelerated the industry, I suppose. Did I put my pencil? Oh. But it's kind of weird with these groups that they have this whole like they come out as a group. So there's 4 of them. It's like one generation, but they are all different. Like they are all like they have their own different personalities and talents and all that. But they do have a single story between, well, how do you call it? Like they are part of the same group, and that group has a story. And can you guess from these characters what their concept as a group is? because I can't. It's. I mean, I guess they do have to be different, but like then like the overarching story that they add to it, it just feels so like. And they barely play into it as well. So I feel like, but why? You know, like it doesn't ever come up or anything. So the story of this Vtuber group is that they are kind of like, the group is called Justice, Hololive Justice. And they are... The left reminds me of Gabumon. Gabumon? Who's Gabumon? This is kind of like a... It's kind of like an Oriana or Gwen. Gwen is that the name from League? Like she's like a Mary or like a puppet or like a doll, like Rani. Well, like she has these seams on her shoulders and stuff. That's all you can tell it from. So it's more like Gwen. And she plays this funky ass violin. And she has like music notes on her skirt. Anyway, this group is called Justice, and it appears so far that they are kind of like cops, police, celestial police that are sent to be undercover to apprehend the previous group, which were... Well, this one's just music. This one is an artist. And this one is like a gremlin. Gabumon. The tail. Yeah, I wonder what the tail was about. But yeah, they're kind of like celestial police sent undercover. I don't know how this is in any way, shape or form undercover. To apprehend the previous generation, which were called Advent. And they were a group that was... Apparently they were all villains. And they were locked up in some kind of underground vault for criminals. Kind of like the Vault of the Wardens. You know, like in World of Warcraft. But if you look at them, you really can't see it either. So let me pull up... This is not all of them. Let me pull up this picture again. This is a cute gem princess. And these are two twins that are demon dogs. They are incredibly adorable. So yeah, criminals to the core, obviously. so the theming is a bit weird in Hololive. It's just an anime thing, I don't know. Not even that into anime. But I like the streamers. I like the funny girl streamers with the anime avatars. What can I say? I'm a simp. Just a simp tree. Oh yeah, and I guess I can explain all the groups, but okay. Seconds. I cannot recall. Oh yeah. Maybe I should draw something from the events. What should I draw from events that occurred during roleplay, during Pathfinder? Oh yeah, actually. a picture I did of Shrok, like standing over Kaguma. You know the reference of like Kabadon, right? Which also very anime. You said you didn't watch that much anime, but the idea of basically slamming your fist against the wall next to someone and then leaning in. The idea is that it's both intimidating, but also, you know, it makes your heart beat faster because oh my god, oh, I don't know, maybe it's a bit sexual intimidation, but that's the term for it in anime and stuff. Kabedon. Yeah, the heart pounding excitement of that moment or something. So that drawing I did was kind of like the trial run of doing like these pictures of stuff that happened in sessions. That didn't happen in a roleplay session, but could have. But that was kind of like the same style I did. I think I did it during a session as well. I drew that. Anyway, what should I draw that happened in a session? I guess it's all the things we did in Arctic Phone as well. Hey, Cookie Terror X, welcome. Oh my god, I love your skin. Thank you. I have a very very delicate skincare routine. You don't want to get too smooth. You really have to use a lot of roughening lotion to really get the nicest bark. How are you doing, Cookie? I'm just considering what to draw next. I did. See where it. I don't know if you're a bit of if you like Vtubers, but I just did a quick version of the new Hololive girls. And now I am considering what to draw next. So maybe something goofier. Or I could do the thing that I did earlier. And I really should have organized my my pile of drawings here to the side. Where is it? Ah, here. So maybe I should do that, something like this. The idea of just drawing random shapes and then filling them in with characters. I can try and do that. So, part of the reason I feel kind of like what do I say? Like I didn't stream for a while, but also a while ago I deleted X, Twitter, from my mobile devices because I felt like I was spending so much time staring, just doom scrolling, you know. So I deleted it, and I didn't even miss it. That was the best part. But you do end up like losing a bit of like I don't know, bit of the zeitgeist. Although for the amount of time it took to plunder through the repetitive zeitgeist, it's not really that great a loss. But you also end up like missing a lot of cause memes and drama, stuff like that. But I am still on YouTube, so I spend a lot of time watching random junk on YouTube now. Which I already did anyway. The blessing of multiple monitors. And I wonder, like, you guys use Twitter? Did you ever quit? Did you ever quit any social media? I did quit Facebook as well, but that was like many years ago. And now the only things that keep me in their thrall is YouTube. I suppose, does Discord count? And Reddit. God, all these things suck up so much tension. Horrible. How they can occupy your mind. The Twitter maybe a bit, but it's just ass. Yeah, can't say it has improved since Musk took over either. Yeesh. Just drawing some random shapes to try and fill in with junk. Characters and stuff. There. Always got Reddit up. I'm watching someone called Nurse and watching her old Zomboid streams. Ooh. Man, when is that new Zomboid patch coming? Ah. I want it. I think they are rare to come. Yeah, the stream, like the patches aren't, they don't pop up often. But, I mean, it's been a while now. Well, they did mention, I think in the last update, the last blog post, they did say, that they were planning to move to testing soon. So that would mean that like they had to fix a couple of things because they want to move to testing. And they said they were putting some stuff that they wanted to put in this patch on the back burner. just to try and get the patch to the test branch. Which means, like, once it's on the test branch, then it'll be on the test branch for a while, but then it'll go to live. Wow. This is definitely a buxom lady. In a bit of fun. It's mods for NPCs. Like what kind of? I know they plan to add NPCs to the game, but they weren't. I don't think they were gonna be in the next patch anyway. I mean, they were gonna add animals, which is cool. I think what they wanted to add like a complete like a big crafting system where you could basically craft anything you'd need to like survive completely in the wild or something, like be able to like find iron and smelt iron and make all these things and craft all these different things. But they were gonna step back on that. But they are adding like a lot of it. So like, yeah, so you're able to find animals and I suppose domesticate them in some way, and then you can get like, I don't know, fresh milk or eggs, or you can kill them and get meat. I assume, I'm just guessing. But yeah, they had like this whole blacksmithing system that they were showing off. So I wonder. Much echo, so wow, is there? Is there a lot of echo? The echo gone now? Why did no one mention this? Wow. Hello, Adam. I mean, Lore. How you doing? That you meant to have it. Oh my god. Name leak. I'm sorry. Could be talking about anyone. No. Darton shoots. Oh my god, is that... the German word for doxing or? Anyway, how are you doing? I am just doing this drawing exercise of I drew all these random shapes on the paper, and I'm gonna like try and fill them in with characters. Data protection. Oh. Oh, this is just a man with a staff, really. I did this exercise recently as well. I showed it a bit before on stream. These are, yeah, they are a bit finer drawn. When guess I didn't use my root hands. But that's the idea. I've got many hands, lots of branches. But they don't fit on, I can't film them. They don't fit on the... Don't fit under my recording device. Tragic, really. Tragic, really. Fella. I never watched Jimmy Neutron. I don't even know. Is this Jimmy? Does he look like Jimmy Neutron? superhero guy. Also never watched We're Told. Possibly. I don't think it was on the TV when I was sapling. Did watch Dexter's Laboratory. Jenny Bravo. Pow. Because Cartoon Network all the way out in the forest. Well, when I was a small tree, like, I wasn't in the forest. So, like they planted me and they put me somewhere else. Wild. Store-bought. Yeah. What an uprooting experience, yeah. When your whole life gets uprooted like that. Triangle? A triangle? Triangle, man. Who else could it be? Oh shit. I don't actually remember what he looks like. Gold. Mm. I think my drugs are wearing off. I might have to end the stream soon. And, get myself some new drugs. Yay, drugs. What's your favorite drug? Wait. Check the Twitch rules. Are you allowed to talk about that? Coffee. Oh, true, dude. Oh my god! That's why I didn't have tea. I have to compensate with more coffee. Oh my god, part of my finger fell off. Shit. Oh no. Oh no. That's just loose soil here. God. Oh no. Don't look, kids. Why am I drawing Jesus? Oh my god, I should draw treesus. It's a tree that was crucified. I don't know. So I added the ADHD tag. I wasn't sure what to use tags for anyway, but I saw a lot of people had that one. I was like, why would you put that in? And I feel like maybe it is a good explanation for why the fuck I'm all over the place all the time. Hey, Macy McGee. This is my first stream of yours, and I just wanted to say I love your Vtuber model. Thank you. I have not seen any other trees, so I'm glad you like my unique model. I made it myself. And how are you? I am just drawing these random shapes I drew in the paper, and I'm just trying to like fill them in with random doodles, like in roughly the same in the shape of the random shapes, to just like a drawing exercise, I suppose. And yeah, hope you stick around and you enjoy it here. Although the stream is probably not gonna last super much longer, because how long have I been streaming? I don't even know. But I feel like I will soon need to regenerate. What will this big blob be? With big blobs, I tend to go towards dwarves. Burnt dwarves? I don't know. I don't know why. Let's go with an orc. A big juicy orc. What's everyone up to? Besides off stream, also been playing a lot of Valheim, and I've been playing Disco Elysium, which I still haven't finished. Never finished. I've started that game over like 4 different times. But I found a good way to actually progress, kind of. Because I'm using Steam Link to play it on the television. But there's a delay in Steam Link to do that. So I tried to play Hades, and it was just too hard because there was just a fraction of delay. Then you can't really do it, you know. You get wrecked. So I looked for a game to play where a small delay did not matter, and I landed on Disco Elysium. So now I've gotten further in the game than I've ever have. Oh, where am I gonna fit his legs? Maybe he's just... Oh yeah, hang on. Meditating. Crossed legs. Kind of cop are you? Kind of cop, aren't I? I think I'm primarily what's it called? A super liberal, because you earn money when you say super liberal shit, and that's so liberal. I'm a money maker. Hustle. I've been trying out Bellrite while watching your stream. What is Bellrite? Though I've also recently gotten an art degree. So now I'm also an art cop. Art critic cop. And I don't know how much XP you get in Disco Elysium, but I'm both a super liberal cop, but I'm also like, I think I've like the communist, or like the, what's it called? The Mazarevian, or I don't know. Backed into talking shit about how everything looks derivative. True. Critiquing is also an art, you know. Did a Half-Light have you played through last year? It's such a good fucking game. It's wild, like, because I started the game over like several times, and this time I went for like the high charisma baseline character. It's wild how much different everything is. Can't wait for the sequel. Rip. I'll never get to see Jamrock. Unless that's further into the game. I don't know. I assume not. It's also funny to me how what was it? Yeah, that there's all these Like there's a lot of French names, right? And French words, but there's also Dutch ones. So the country called Oranje, which, you know, means orange, which is the national, like, I suppose the king's color in the Netherlands. And then there is a place they mentioned that a character has been called Stadskanaal, which means city's canal, which is an actual place, not incredibly far from where my forest is. It's so weird. It's also a tiny place, not like the city that they talk about that it is. So yeah, it's funny. But yeah, like in an earlier playthrough, I went like the smart guy, and then I got lost in the library or the bookstore, getting freaking like God knows how much text about backstory about stuff about the universe. Like, oh, that's quite interesting. Very immersive for you, you're saying, especially the heavy drinking amnesiac parts. Oh yeah. Yeah, the amnesiac parts is great. And saying random ass shit. Just having the same conversation over and over to try different responses. Yeah, that's classic. 20 minutes of telling me about a track runner. You pumped encyclopedia to 8? God, I don't even want. You just get into. I can imagine the guy just starts to stare blankly. I mean, other drugs do that anyway. But he just stares blankly into the distance as he remembers stuff about incredibly inconsequential, trivial things. But yeah, it's funny how the very charismatic person, like getting the half-light information, like I hadn't seen that before because it wasn't that high in the other characters. Where you, or no, not half-light. What's it called? Corps d'esprit, where you get like information flashbacks from other police officers somewhere else in the district, and getting that whole conversation that the cops have about you, your district has about you, and this we should back him up and stuff. It's like, I thought they hated me, which they kind of do. But yeah, that's super interesting. Shivers, yeah. Yeah, getting like all the stuff in the city. Yeah, cool. But I kind of missed the Deus Ex one where you can also put a lot of points into swimming, you know? You had to do a lot of motorics playthrough. And eye coordination. Yeah, what do you get from, like, you needed to shoot the corpse down. And I don't know if it came up anywhere else. The pinball machine? I don't know. I mean, it probably comes up somewhere. I'm not that far yet. Well, I mean, I don't know how far I am. I'm further than I've ever been, but I haven't solved the murder yet. So. Maybe I just don't know because I never spent points in them. Yeah, maybe you get like a whole conversational tree about your hand-eye coordination. It's Kuno. I can't say Kuno quotes. I can't say Kuno quotes on Twitch. It'll just be bleeps. Kuno. Oh, I also because you get the Inland Empire, right? You get the horrible necktie starts talking to you, which I didn't know either. Maximum velocity? What is it? Bratan, that's what he says. Yeah. That's glorious. This gun-looking thing. Maybe it's just a gun. I don't quite know how to draw guns. I have been watching a lot of videos of Jonathan Ferguson, keeper of firearms and artillery at the Royal Museum of the UK that houses thousands of iconic weapons throughout history. They draw a random shape and fill it in with whatever. Yeah. And ciao, Kimki. Enjoy food. I should really go get some food as well. So this doesn't look like a good gun. This looks like a bad gun. What do you mean I lost my gun? I got to work to finish up so I can speedrun Elden Ring. You can do it in 24 hours, right? Easy game. You've already done it. Everard is helping me find my gun. You need to stop saying this. You need to stop. Oh my god, he's broken. I can't believe Kim Kitsuragi puts up with it. He's the most gentle, loving soul in the universe. I want to play more of it. Yeah. I still need to figure out how to get past a razor head. No, measure head. I don't want to be a racist, but maybe I have to be. I don't know. Although I don't feel like that'll help even. Adopt this ideology. I think previously I played like the intelligence character. Was it this one? Anyway, like they had incredibly low. Maybe it wasn't the intelligent one. They had incredibly low imagination, so they couldn't comprehend racism. They weren't smart enough. They couldn't adopt this ideology. Just failed. Don't make sense to me. People different? Nah, don't get it. Too complicated. Anyway, I'm not gonna fill this one in. Well, I will later. But my tree hands are cold, and my tree stomach is empty. Did you know that the path through a tree that takes the nutrients from the soil and the water and feeds it up to the leaves? That's called a xylem. Did you know that? Well, now you know. Alright, I'm gonna hop off and I'll talk to you all later. Tria. No, but thanks, I guess. You shouldn't have put all those points into encyclopedia. This is your own fault. I can tell you 8 paragraphs more, but I'd have to open Wikipedia. Thanks everyone for stopping by, and see you later. Bye. How do I end streams? There. I know how to end streams. I'm good at this. Oh no. Why is that not working? Why does together not work? Hold up. Hold up, I think I fixed it. There we go. You're welcome.